I did not mean to cause anyone concern.
Did your maid know you were riding astride?
I have no maid.
Ah, then you're married.
When Bridgerton star Jonathan Bailey, better known to fans as Anthony Bridgerton, appeared at the Time 100 Next event, he dropped a few words that sent fans straight into speculation mode. During his quick chat with Time's reporter, Bailey revealed that there's a scene in Season 4 that will completely blow fans' minds. He couldn't say much, but it was clear he'd already seen the first episode and was genuinely excited about what's coming. "I've seen the first episode," he said with a big grin, "and it's phenomenal. It's really, really good." He didn't stop there either. Bailey kept praising the episode like someone trying hard not to spoil anything but accidentally coming close. He explained that there's a specific shot early in the episode that takes viewers somewhere new, to new parts of the household, as he put it, and that it's brilliant. But right after saying that, he quickly backtracked, laughing and admitting, "Oh no, I've just said too much." That teasing tone has now become classic for Bridgerton's cast whenever a new season is on the horizon. While Bailey didn't reveal any actual story details, he took a moment to praise his co-stars, both the familiar faces and the new ones. He called Luke Thompson, who plays Benedict Bridgerton, phenomenal, and said the same about Bridgerton newcomers Yaren Ha, who plays Sophie Beck, and Katie Lung, who plays Lady Araminta Gunn. Considering Bailey's enthusiasm, fans are already expecting something big for this chapter of the Bridgerton saga. Season 4, as we know, will mostly revolve around Benedict Bridgerton and Sophie Beck's romance. Their story starts at a masquerade ball, where Sophie, working as a maid, shows up disguised as the mysterious Lady in Silver. Benedict, unaware of her true identity, falls for her almost instantly. It's one of those fairy tale steps that Bridgerton does so well: lavish costumes, hidden identities, and forbidden attraction. Bailey himself is returning as Anthony, although it's still not clear how much of a role he'll play this time. His story was front and center in Season 2, but now, as the older brother, Anthony might appear more as a mentor or supporting figure in the household's ongoing drama. Even though Bailey hinted at a big, mind-blowing moment, what fans are mostly wondering about is whose wedding that moment might involve. In Julia Quinn's novel, An Offer from a Gentleman, the book that Season 4 is based on, Benedict and Sophie never actually get married on the page. Instead, their story ends with Benedict telling Sophie during an emotional conversation, "In my heart, you are my wife," to which she replies that she's loved him from the very first time they danced together. The next time they show up in the Bridgerton book series, they're already happily married, appearing briefly in Colin and Penelope's story. So, if Netflix decides to actually show their wedding in Season 4, it could be added as part of an epilogue, similar to how Season 3 wrapped up by showing Colin and Penelope's baby in its final few minutes. But there's also a chance that the mysterious wedding Bailey mentioned might not belong to Benedict and Sophie at all. For example, Francesca Bridgerton and John Sterling were married in Season 3, even though that wasn't their main storyline. So Netflix might be preparing another surprise couple ceremony for this season. Some fans even think that the Dowager Viscountess Violet Bridgerton, played by Ruth Gemmell, might get a romantic development of her own. She's been slowly getting closer to Lady Danbury's brother, Marcus Anderson, played by Daniel Francis. It's possible that subplot could evolve faster than expected, although most people agree that a separate Queen Charlotte-style spin-off would be a better way to explore Violet's love life with both Marcus and her late husband, Edmund. Still, the big wedding talk keeps circling back to Benedict and Sophie. If Netflix finally gives them an actual on-screen wedding, it would be a huge moment. Bridgerton's weddings have always been emotional and full of visual splendor, from the music to the decor to those perfectly timed glances between characters. But there's also another side to it. If Benedict and Sophie get their wedding, it would remind everyone that Anthony and Kate never got theirs shown on screen. That's something fans still bring up. Season 2 focused heavily on Anthony's almost wedding to Edwina, Kate's sister, but the real ceremony between Anthony and Kate was skipped entirely. Instead, we got a short epilogue showing them as newlyweds, already settled and happy. It was lovely, sure, but many viewers still feel a bit robbed of the chance to see their actual wedding ceremony, especially since it could have included beautiful Indian traditions from Kate's heritage. So if Season 4 does feature a wedding, maybe even the one Bailey teased, it might also serve as a kind of symbolic makeup for that missing Anthony-Kate moment. Netflix recently confirmed that Season 4 will officially release in 2 parts, similar to Season 3. The first half drops on January 29, 2026, while Part 2 arrives on February 26th. Like before, there will be 8 episodes total. The announcement came with a short teaser video showing Benedict and Sophie at the masquerade ball, full of elegant chaos and mystery. The footage was narrated, as usual, by Julie Andrews as Lady Whistledown, which just makes everything sound extra regal. Season 4 follows the same rhythm as the previous chapters, each one centered on a Bridgerton sibling, but it'll bring a few noticeable changes too. For one, the show's timeline will stretch further than usual. In the book, Benedict and Sophie's story involves a significant time gap between their first meeting and their second, much less magical one. So instead of being confined to one glittering London season, the show will expand across seasons, covering both spring and fall. Showrunner Jess Brownell confirmed this in an interview, saying the upcoming season won't just stick to spring's bright color palette, but will also capture autumn's deeper tones. That choice isn't random. It fits the emotional tone of Benedict's journey, which will explore not only love, but also class divides and self-discovery. After all, this will be the first Bridgerton story where the lead male character falls for someone far outside his social rank. That Cinderella-like theme is what makes this love story so distinct. Sophie is the illegitimate daughter of an earl who's forced to work as a servant in her own father's house. Her night at the masquerade ball is her one act of rebellion and self-expression. It's how she gets to live a fantasy, even if just for a few hours. Luke Thompson described this to Netflix's Tudum perfectly. You remember those stories you were told as a kid, the magic and the romance of them. It's really exciting to have that woven into the world of Bridgerton. It's such a great story, but it's also, I hope, really relatable. That relatability is what Bridgerton always nails. Under all the glitter and gossip, it's about people wanting freedom, love, and belonging. And Sophie's story taps into that beautifully because it mixes both fantasy and reality. Her world may be filled with masks and grandeur, but her struggles are very human, trying to find identity, dignity, and love in a society that constantly reminds her she doesn't belong. Beyond Benedict and Sophie, Season 4 will also show what the other Bridgerton siblings are up to. Penelope and Colin will probably appear as new parents, following their baby's reveal in Season 3. Anthony and Kate are also expected to return, perhaps showing how they've adjusted to marriage and responsibility. Meanwhile, Eloise and Francesca will likely come back from Scotland, hopefully with a few changes of their own after their time away. The returning cast will include Ruth Gemmell as Violet Bridgerton, Florence Hunt as Hyacinth, Will Tilston as Gregory, Adjoa Andoh as Lady Danbury, Golda Rochevelle as Queen Charlotte, Victor Alley as John Sterling, and Daniel Francis as Marcus Anderson. Hugh Sachs will return as Brimsley, and both Martins Imangbe and Emma Naomi will reprise their roles as the newly titled Lord and Lady Mondrick. On the newer side, Bridgerton Season 4 adds several fresh faces. Aside from Yaren Ha and Katie Lung, we'll meet Michelle Mao as Rosamund Lee, Lady Araminta's eldest daughter, and Isabella Wei as Posey Lee, the younger one. Together, they form Sophie's complicated step-family, which mirrors that classic Cinderella structure, but adds the show's own twist of Regency-era politics and privilege. So, between Jonathan Bailey's teasing comments, a potentially surprising wedding, and a fresh fairy tale-inspired love story, Season 4 looks ready to blend romance, drama, and a touch of mystery again. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.